full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Reese?
All right, Holly. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Out wide right, it's Harris. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Fires it down the seam. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Here he goes. Touchdown Sooners. Rolled his way into the end zone. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in the game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Sellers through the noise. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Looking for more room. The 20. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
The Sooners have pushed it inside the 20. A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Number 29.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Throwing, Sellers. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, it's Clark. Turning it on. Enough to move the chains. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Nice move to pick up yardage. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Burrowing for yardage. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Sellers. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. To the air, it's Sellers. Left side is Harbor. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And I think it's safe to say Lenoris Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And this defense gets the 1st sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Drag down.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Motion from the wideout. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Rolls right. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback got it himself. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team in the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing, and as a result now, fourth down.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He's got enough. On the move at the 30. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 30. Lowers those pads. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And the Gamecocks buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice gain for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got him. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Into the secondary on the touchdown, Oklahoma. And they turn it into a defensive score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
2nd and long here. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield. It's Mateer. Here comes the heat. And they got it.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throwing right. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on fourth down. You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for room. It's McAllister. There he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Gamecocks just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Throwing Sellers. Under pressure. Look out. He'll try to do it himself. Open space at the 25. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Running inside, it's Sategna. Breaks into the open. The 40, the 30. Inside the... all the way. Touchdown, Sooners.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for space. It's Clark. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And, guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
Sellers. Out wide left, it's Harbor. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Sees an alley. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that 1st.
The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Sellers on the play action. Deep shot for the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They come to the line for the 1st play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Drops back. It's Mateer. Fires to the middle. He'll be thinking about that one. Almost an interception.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Gamecocks spend the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the wide receiver. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Sooners will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
To the air, it's Mateer. On the run, deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Hoosiers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
Fourth down, no problem. Call your own number. He does a great job sticking the ball in the belly of the running back, pulling that thing out, taking off and running, and knowing he had the first down. Nice job by this offense to get a fresh set of downs.
Throws it off the RPO. Breaks the tackle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
Rush is on. Right side, it's Clark. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Here's Sellers to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Sellers from the gun on third down. Rush right in his face. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Throwing Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
And, man, that is the hard part about playing defense nowadays. It's not the first play. It's the second play that you have to react to. It's a pass. Everybody's playing pass, but he has the ability to do that. And we've seen him do it today already. Just take off, make things happen. Now the QB...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football in this drive. That was really impressive, watching them just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch, and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like, this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. If they want to get back in this football game, you've got to like the start right here in the second half. Like, early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trained.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He's got the first down, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. The run inside. It's Blaylock. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Sellers. They're all over him. And it's a sack. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Wrong touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires left. Got his man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch outside. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do...
Open field on the right. The 20. He's at the 10. And he scores. Touchdown Sooners. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th. And now they can smell 8 straight wins.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. He's going to take off. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. 2nd down coming up.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the deep...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. 3rd down. On the RPO, got him. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Long way to go on 2nd down.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.
Step. Now, move it.
They'll move the tight end. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback keep. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Sategna. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it.
He'll take a shot. Got it outside. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Sellers. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were
going for the big play. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And And the offense takes control of this football game. Man, I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sellers. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw it, Sellers. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Hunt. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Drops back on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the timing just a hair off.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys.
He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll line up for a second down play.
Brings up second down.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. Look out! Hit as he throws. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. One more play to pad the stats. Quick give. It's Blaylock. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And